Welcome to the advanced tutorial on Export to Hype Illustrator. So let's open the Export plugin. And this last time we have looked at flattened web fonts and hype text. Now this time we're going to look at the empty rectangles. Let's choose this. Top level layers we have looked at linked and inlined. Let's choose empty. We are saying is export all visible top level layers in the empty mode and render font layers as empty rectangles. So let's do that. If you open this now, you will see you have a file with nothing on the stage, but you actually see all the layers. And if you select, you will see all the bounding boxes are there. They just don't have any content. This is probably useful in some cases. You have the class names based on the layer names, and you can now assign data JavaScript or CSS. Although the purpose of this mode is to combine it with exporting add-ons. Just set everything to empty, and then you would go to this tab we haven't looked at until now, the export add-ons, enable the add-ons, create all formats or the ones you only need. Say all formats possible. You can decide how you want to encode your images. Do you want to have them as SVGs or base encoded SVGs? Let's have a go. In this case, when we open the file, that we have all those empty layers, but we created some additional files. We have a content file, a URI file, and a JS file. And because I created all the files, we get all the files possible. If you just need a certain combination, like probably often those two, there is this in the dropdown, you can choose only to generate those two. In this file, it contains all the text is assigned to a class name. We have the class name on the stage. You can just drag this CSS file into your resources panel, and boom, you have your text on the stage, even though the rectangle itself is empty. The same thing happens with the URI file. If you just drag it into resources folder, you have all the images on stage now. The content is all inside of those two files, just linked through a CSS file. There is a third file we just saw. This is the same file with all the content of images, but they are assigned to variables in the global space. This is for programmers or use them in extensions. It's more advanced. There is also one other thing. If you have a text layer and you open it up like this, you will see that inside there is a text layer. You can have also multiple text layers in here, but you'll see the naming is actually based on the content. This is automatically named by Illustrator. Once you give it your own name, like say B and this A, this is explicitly named by you. And I use this fact to create variables from those. So now if we export again, you can see now that we have even more files. So we have a CSS file called variables. And in here you have the two variable names, headline based, the layer name here, and the name you just assigned B. So we have headline A, and there's the content, and you can use this for whatever purposes you want. And those two classes here, they are also assigned automatically, so you can even use this for content. The same thing happens with the JS. Those two variables are now created in a structured data format. You can use it for programmatic, more advanced cases. Let's say you are exporting everything in a certain fashion like linked, and you want to export this as inline. There is a hidden keyword you can use and just put it here at the end, inline. Let's have a go with this variation. Export everything linked to under text as outline flat. Export, let's have a go. Let's open this. You will see everything is here. The boat, the headline, the pipes, the subline is all being created as an SVG. But this, the factory, is not as a SVG because we said we want to have this inlined, even though the rest is linked. So this is a mode you can use if you plan on linking everything, but need a sum of the SVG inside of the rectangle to maybe change it programmatically or by hand. So I guess this covers it. This concludes the advanced tutorial for now, and I hope that this helps. Enjoy!